Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today we're looking at the Clarendon Scholarship, which offers 200 new fully funded scholarships every year for both Masters and PhD at the University of Oxford. Of course, Oxford needs no introduction. Topmost university in the UK, topmost university in the world, and there are several kinds of scholarships at Oxford. So the Clarendon Scholarship particularly is one of the most popular and generous scholarships. So today we'll be looking at the admissions requirements, the admissions process, application process, the English language requirements, and possibilities for tuition, not tuition now, but graduate application fee waivers as well. Because Oxford requires, I think, £75 application fee. So how can we get waivers for that fee? So we'll be looking at all those together. So let's move to the Clarendon particularly. So there are several kinds of info here about the origin of the scholarship, what kind of people they are looking for, and things like that. So we'll be looking at all these bits of information together, the important ones. Of course, you're meant to visit this website yourself and look up this information and see how you can use it to submit a more competitive application. So as I said in the beginning, it's for both masters and PhD. By the way, PhD in Oxford is called a D Phil. That's Doctor of Philosophy. Then masters, you're automatically considered for this scholarship. So you do not need to submit a separate application for this particular scholarship. Immediately you put in your application before the January or December deadline, you're automatically considered. It's fully funded. You can see it here. Fully funded, covers fees, and a grant for your living expenses during your study. So if you're doing a master's, usually it's 1 year or sometimes 2 years, and then a PhD 3, 4 years. So it will cover your full tuition, your full living expenses during that period. Then you're looking for outstanding um, students or outstanding applicants. Of course, it's Oxford, so you have to be highly motivated, good results, good track record. Then it's also a competitive scholarship. So how do you apply? Let's go straight to the scholarship. So information for applicants. And then here we go for, there's a scholarship timeline, which you can look on your own. And then there is this for full-time applicants. So we'll check for full-time applicants. For part-time applicants as well, part-time is mostly for home students because most times international students are not given visas for part-time studies. So let's go for full-time and see what it entails. So it's a summary of what it covers, what you've seen on the main page already. As you can see, applies to both home and international students. You get your living cost covered as well. And then you receive at least £15,600. And this amount, by the way, has been increased because of the inflation. Good news in the UK is that when there is an inflation, the student stipend increases with the inflation. So this should be close to 16 or 17,000 now. So as we said earlier, or if I've not said this earlier, it's for open for people from different countries all over the world, whether you're from the US, Australia, Venezuela, Vietnam, Norway, or Nigeria, it doesn't matter. It's for everybody. If you think you have the competitive profile, a very good result, probably good work experience as well, or volunteer experience, or something that could put you forward or put your application forward in the pile of other competitive applications. So that would be good. And it's open to any research or study area. There are no restrictions, as you can see, for study areas. And we'll be looking at the study areas together as well. So let's go to the course page. You can see this quickly. They have different courses A to Z. So let's look at the courses A to Z. You can see the lots of courses here. So what you're meant to do is to visit the particular course you're interested in, read closely the application's requirements, and try to mirror the application's requirements as much as possible. Try to meet each and every one of the application's requirements as much as possible. It's Oxford is the competitive university, competitive scholarship. We do not want to fumble. So as you can see, different application or different courses waiting for your application. Then let's go back here and see if there are other bits of info. So you could read the timeline as well. And as we said, you're automatically considered for the Clarendon scholarship immediately you submit on time. So check for the different application deadlines. Different departments might have different deadlines. But remember, for Clarendon, you have to submit for the December or January deadline. So if there's a deadline in February, it's not eligible for the Clarendon scholarship. So it's December, January deadline, no February, no March. So if you're interested in this scholarship, you should be putting your documents together now. So application criteria. So remember, you're automatically considered if you put forward a competitive application. Then you should have a good, outstanding academic record. That's future potential and aptitude, and then student motivation. So all these things most times have to reflect in the documents you submit. Things like your transcript, your CV, your motivation letters, your recommendation letters. Sometimes they might ask for writing samples. So things like that should reflect these attributes: outstanding academic record, future potential, and here student motivation. So let's quickly move to the English language requirements. So there are lots of info here about English language requirements, but we'll go straight to the waiver. So it says that you can get a waiver for the English language test if you fulfill these criteria. So here it says to request a language test waiver, you must have studied a degree level course that is at least 9 months in duration, full time, undertaken at a recognized institution where teaching and assessment throughout the course is entirely in English and has been completed within 2 years of the start date of the course to which you're applying. So you can see that here. I think many people will qualify for this as well, I hope. But if not, you might have to take the English language test. So let's move to the application fee. So £75 is a lot of money for a number of people. So how do we go about this? So there are a number of things you could do to get a waiver. If you're from a low income country, you can get a waiver. There's another one about getting aid. If you got financial support in the past when you wanted to study for your undergrad in the UK, can get a waiver. Refugees, displaced persons can get a waiver. Readmission applicants, that's those who studied in Oxford before and are coming back. And there are other things here that we could consider. So let's check for, let's see, low income countries. Let's check for low income countries and see what they say. It says there are lots of information here on application guide. So we'll go to application guide and see those countries that qualify as low income countries. Application fee waivers, low income countries. So these are the low income countries. And if you check closely, my country, for instance, Nigeria is missing. This is Niger. There's no Nigeria here. I don't know why that is the case. But I think one thing you can do about this is to send them an email directly. Fortunately, there is an instruction down here that you could actually send them an email. You can see that here to request a graduate access program fee waiver. You can send an email here and make your case, even though your country is not on the low income country list or any other list. You could make an appeal to them directly. There's actually a video on my channel on how to write an appeal for an application fee waiver. Just tell them about your income, tell them about your background, that this £75 they're asking for, like almost half or one third of your monthly income. They're from a struggling background, a first generation student, and things like that. And fingers crossed, you might just get a waiver as well. So that's it, guys. The Clarendon Scholarship at Oxford. So there are lots of materials on my channel that would help your application. Just come to my YouTube channel and check for materials already shared. It could help you with your CV, your statement of purpose, your other kinds of documents you need to submit to help your application in the first place. So take advantage of these opportunities. And as usual, we cannot wait to celebrate you. And I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.